Welcome to the channel. I'm Steve Moran, the Butcher of Vegas. Today, we have a Grand Arena video. It's my first one in Division 3, so we're going to check out my opponent. We're going to look at his roster, and we're going to get some of our 3 versus 3 teams ready. So this is the top of my opponent's roster. He's got 3.4 million. He's got me outpaced by a little GP. And here are his ships. His best are Vader and Boba. So he's going to be running a Thrawn, it looks like. And so here we go. We're going to take a look into the matchup and examine his roster to see what we're going to be dealing with here. So the first thing I see is he's got a lot of gear. 12. A very good Commander Luke. So we're going to break this down and start looking at speed. He's got his R2 up 255. That's decent. If not, on the fast side, let's take a look at his Yoda here. 233, not all that fast. Big damage though. So offense, quite a bit. Let's take a look at a couple of the other major ones we'll face. The Revan is on the slower side, 218. That's not going to be a big issue for me. Some decent power, but that speed is not concerning. Let's take a peek over here at Dooku. It's a moderately slow Dooku at 230. That's not really that fast. That potency is off the charts. That damage is going to be a bit of an issue. But that speed isn't that, I'm not really worried about that. That Vader is a little bit slow. 212. Mine is coming in a little faster. So if I have to face this as a mirror, I'll be confident. Mine is like 238, I believe. So yeah, we're just making sure we look at some of the damage, and Yoda is, definitely had some offensive set. We're gonna look at the opponent's fleet. The best ships here are Vader and Boba. This, let's check the speeds here. 185, that isn't that great. I'll be showing mine later. That is a little on the slower side for a Vader ship. It's a faster ship than that. And Boba's isn't much either. So, let's check Ghost. Yeah, 156, and we'll check on TIE Silencer. That's pretty quick, 185. That's not bad, but overall, these ships, that's decent, 43,000, but 178, that is just not very fast for Tano's ship. So we're going to take a look at mine now, and we'll see. We'll check the speeds against some of the ones that we just checked on our opponent. And the 5's 201. My Tano is 198, 20 speed faster than his. So in a mirror match, I'm going to really outrun my opponent here. 195 on my Han's Millennium Falcon. So again, and we had shown his Vader, and here's my Vader coming in at 191, again faster. So if that ends up in some type of mirror, it's going to go well for me. I'm liking the speed advantage. My ships are definitely going to outrun. I didn't see any Y-wings, so I do believe I'll be able to run my Rebels on offense with no problem and clear. And also, I didn't see the TIE Bomber on my opponent's roster, so we will be able to run Thrawn, probably with just Galactic Republic, I won't have to put any of the other top ships in. I can probably save Vader for a second line on offense just in case. So I'll be able to take a look at that. But and now we're going to look at some of the speeds of some of the ones we looked at for our opponent. And yeah, mine is 305. His was less than 230, so I'm going to have a significant advantage. If it comes to a mirror, I don't know where I'll see his JKR, but if we end up tangling, it's going to be beneficial. My Yoda's at 300, so again, I'm going to be able to outrun my opponent if we end up in a mirror. I don't know where I'm going to place my Padme yet, but at 292, it's going to be faster than anything else on my opponent's roster. So, and Darth Revan, who's, mine's a little slow because he's not in relics yet, and also, this squad doesn't have my very top mods. 289, Thrawn at 282, so again, it's going to come in faster than any of their units. He's going to be able to land that fracture. And Bastila Shan, 278, so again, we're going to be able to get some buffs off before our opponent. That's going to lead to very good things in that unit, especially if I use that with Vader and some type of mirror. And Bosk at 269 is reasonable. Again, it's going to be faster than what I've saw of my opponent's bounty hunters, so my bounty hunters will again be a nice option. My PAL is a little slow here at 264, but it should be good enough, again, considering the speeds we saw on our opponent. This is definitely one, sometimes I'm sure you go through your roster. This is one I need to improve. Tarkin I have leveled up for his ship, mainly, but 254. He's very usable. His buffs do very well with Invader. So, I'll be running him in a second Empire crew in 3v3. But, he's a nice solid character. Bastila Shan, I really got to work on her speed. 252 isn't enough. She's definitely been ignored a little bit as I focus on my Padme, my main squad. And JKA, it's 252, pretty solid. Could be a little faster. I got an offensive set on him, damage pretty decent. I've been reworking his mods. That's a work in progress, but the speed is solid. My Dooku again isn't great at 245, but again it's going to outrun my opponent. I believe my opponent was at 230, so we've got definite speed advantages. 244 on Jango. Not blazing fast. My goal is 250 for Jango, but we're getting there. He hits pretty good. Still got to 6-dot a few mods for him. But I'm liking what I'm seeing in terms of my speed advantages. My Han definitely gets, I got to get this a little up. But 244, again, will be decent against my opponent. It's faster than what he's got. So these are some of the squads I got going. Obviously, the Padme and my JKR are my number 1 and 1A squads. The Vader is certainly my third best out since the reworks. I can get by a lot of decent stuff. That Rebel one is a work in progress. I don't use CLS. It's not CLS isn't leveled up. Yes, that is definitely on me. I got to fix that. I have a CLS in a lower crew running essentially the second Rebel crew. And see, I mistakenly have GAC there. That's supposed to be CLS. And so this is down to the bottom of my roster. But we have our lines set. We'll make some changes depending on what we see for our opponent. But this is what I'm doing to get ready. I'm going to play some defense, and I'll have a video tonight. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it helps you get ready for your own Grand Arena. It's going to be a good one, my first Division 3. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you.